Cancer, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is not going to resonate for all Cancerians. If it does resonate for you, feel free to like and subscribe. For those of you who have liked, subscribed, shared, commented, even just viewed my videos, thank you so much. I really do appreciate everything, all the donations and the personal readings. Most of my personal readings are Cancerians. Thank you all very much. I do appreciate all your love and support. And I really just truly do love you guys. I have a sweet spot in my heart for you, and I'm very grateful for all of you. So let's get at your love life, my sweet babies. We got some shocking changes coming, but they look good so far. Let's see what's going on. I feel like spring is bringing in some new love. Okay, that's the messages that are coming through already. That isn't going to be for everybody, obviously, and some of you are already in a relationship. I just feel like it's going to feel renewed if you are in a relationship already. And I feel like there's going to be new love opportunities. The Ace of Cups kind of vibe is what I'm getting right now for those of you who are single. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you're going wherever you're feeling called to go, inspired to go, Starbucks, whatever. You feel like you want a Starbucks, and maybe that's where you're going to meet this person. Wow, lots of messages coming through already, but I will just say that, well, let's get at your love life. Anything you need to know about me, you can find on my website. The link will be in the description box below or in my About section as usual. The energy you bring to this connection is the Page of Swords. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Nine of Wands. And then we do have the Seven of Pentacles as your potential outcome. And we are walking away from my favorite card. I'm so sorry, you guys. I love you so much. I do feel like this is why you're going to meet this new love. I think you're walking away. I don't believe that this is just in a relationship. I believe Cancerians have been really finding their power and finding that they're powerless over, you know, sometimes we just get into connections that we really feel like and by the way, I'm a Cancer, that we feel like we can help somehow. And when we can't, it's not only not helping, it's making it worse. So, and I feel like that Cancerians are finally starting to get a handle on that in particular. It's just like, no matter how hard we try to help someone, it actually could be unhelpful if we could be enabling them if they are not willing to help themselves. Okay, so walking away from people, places, and things that aren't conducive to your best life. Spring is in bloom. I know that today here it's gloomy, but when the sun is out, we just feel alive as empaths, as Cancerians. So I feel like we're going to be ready to take on all adventures this summer, this spring and summer. And I do feel like there's some collaborations coming for those of you who do, you know, tarot card readings or anything that you know, any business of your own where you could collaborate. Collaboration is highlighted at this time. And I feel like things are actually going to work out well in that I feel like collaborating is going to lead to justice. And I know as Cancerians, we're very independent. People like to call us codependent. We're almost independent to a fault. But I feel like let your guard down, step out of a comfort zone, and go ahead and collaborate where you can. Dip your toe in. You don't have to jump in. Don't start a business with anybody or anything, but do some collaborating, whatever it is. I feel like that is highlighted at this time, and I feel like that's what's going to bring in some justice for you, some payouts. And then I'm not going to pick up this card because then I'll just keep going and going. But the Queen of Cups, you're right here. You're feeling in your energy again. You're back to that loving, nurturing. I feel like there was a little dark spot for Cancerians. Some of the readings were a little darker, and I felt it myself. I feel like there's just some pushes that we, I think we feel the moon so much. It's crazy. Like I don't get into astrology, just so you know, but my word, now that I'm into tarot, everybody talks about the moons as they come in and go, and I am like, wow, a full moon is my worst nightmare. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys feel this or not, but I can't move. It's like my energy level is at a -7, okay? And usually I'm a very energetic person. I'm at 100 plus 100 every single time. But man, that moon had me down. So anyways, I feel like some collaborating could really be helpful. Walking away from, I think, all connections that are not serving you in order to bring in connections in all areas that you can collaborate, even in love, okay? We're going to get clarifiers on everything. We do have the Page of Swords. I do feel like a lot of you are in the public eye, whatever that means. That could just be a little YouTube channel. That could be a huge YouTube channel. That could be you're a newscaster. I don't really know. Whatever it is for you, I feel like I always get this public eye energy. You could be having your eye on somebody, but I do feel like you are just in the public eye at this time. And I feel like your person is too. I don't know why I'm getting that on the Nine of Wands. They have been through a lot though. This is not somebody who has, this is perseverance though. This is somebody who's winning, okay? They definitely have had a lot to battle, but they have not let any of that stop them or even slow them down. And I do feel like they're at that point of that breaking point where you feel like you're gonna break and then the breakthrough happens. That's where your person is at this time. And I honestly, I'm not kidding you when I say I feel like this spring is going to bring in some loving connection. So for a lot of you, I feel like somebody is going through a breakthrough at this time. And that is what's going to make them ready to come into this connection in the spring. Well, it is spring already, but in the, later spring, early summer. All right, so let's get more. The Seven, I didn't even talk about the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like there's been some, or there is going to be some analysis of the investments that you guys have made, not into each other, because I really do feel like this is new love. It could be renewed love. So for those of you that this is a relationship that is renewing, as far as either you just felt loss of love with this person and you're now starting to feel that spark again, or you were actually out of connection and you're back together now. I feel like this is about analyzing the investments and really realizing that none of the investments were for naught. We don't invest into something. I don't care if we lose whatever that thing is. What we invested to, we learned from it. So we invested into ourselves, no matter what. At all like there's no investment that is for naught, okay? Interesting stuff coming through for you guys. We do have the Seven of Swords, Cancer, Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords, baby. Look at all that air energy. Okay, so, this is the energy that I've been feeling on Cancerians. Don't worry, underneath it all, we are still in that Empress energy, but we do have a lot of thinking going on. And that's okay. That there's times and there's shifting. We go through a lot. As human beings, our bodies are so intricate. People try to control everything. I was just having downloads on this the other day, which is weird. This is the weirdest download I've ever gotten, I think. I get a lot of downloads, but this was about vitamins and how people take supplements. And our bodies are like plants, and we replenish our own vitamin source. We crave what we need, and so sometimes we actually are supposed to be deficient in things, okay? There's like, for, the renewal process that we go through, like the winter, the trees, they die over the winter. Our body goes through these moments of being deficient for a purpose. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor, but that's the downloads I was getting. I was like, wow, that's interesting stuff. So anyways, it's about that we're in a spot of kind of, that it's okay to be in our head a lot sometimes. Sometimes that is where we find out most of our answers. In fact, most of our problems in life get resolved in our sleep. Did you know that? That we resolve most of our pain and most of our trauma in our sleep. Anyways, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. You got the Seven to the Eight of Swords. I do feel like you're not being forthcoming with somebody, maybe yourself. Sometimes we do this as Cancerians, like, you know what? Fuck love. We don't want love. If a Cancerian ever says F love, we don't want love, you can know you're not being honest with yourself, okay? Love is what we're good at. It's our forte. It's our thing. It's what we're known for. We're loving everybody, right? Ourselves and everybody else. Until we learn to love ourselves correctly, I will say that that's when we get stuck in this F-love energy. So it is really important to always practice those self-love. Whatever it is for you, what makes my, self-love, what helps me in the self-love department the most is doing readings or singing or things that I'm really passionate about. It just really makes me go, you know what? I love that about me. I know. But that is the kind of self-love I'm talking about. I want, not cocky, but I want you to adore all the things that are uniquely you, Honestly, some of the things that I've just dreaded and just hated about myself my whole life are some of my favorite things about me now. And again, they're awkward, they're quirky as hell. But again, I hid them from myself and from everyone else my whole life. But those little things are what make you you, and those are the things that I'm talking about falling in love with. I want you to fall in love with all of those little quirks of yours, whether it be whether you be a little spazzy like me, so whatever. The right people are going to find that absolutely adorable because it's you, it's who you are, or whatever it is. If you're OCD as hell like me, no, whatever. We've got a lot of little quirks as Cancerians, and a lot of it has to do with being totally aligned with the Creator. Okay, so I feel like you're hiding some feelings. I feel like you have a lot of options, but I do feel like you're sitting in contemplation mode, and that's fine. I'm not, I think this is you not really trusting yourself or your spirit. The thing about being a Cancerian is we get a lot of downloads, but that doesn't mean our human grasps them. There's so many times I have arguments, straight up arguments, even sometimes on camera with myself, with my spirit. It's like, well, who does my human think I am to doubt what's coming through me, right? That's always where I end up. But at first it's like, that's a little hard to believe, which is so human of us. We just have a hard time believing some things. We've been taught, such specific ways for so long. But I feel like this Age of Aquarius is here for us to really open up that box, and think outside of the box, most importantly. Interesting stuff. So you do have 2 7s. You're being divinely guided. I do feel like you're not quite ready to, whatever this is, you're going to heal it up and be ready in the spring, okay? Because this person's coming in with love, balance, harmony, and stability, okay? They have the 9 of Wands. Again, I really feel like they're standing out for some sort of perseverance they've done, some sort of, battles they've overcome, and I feel like publicly is what I'm getting right now. Weird thing. 10 of Cups. We've got the Temperance card. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. That's all I'm getting at this time, or any air sign. So the Temperance card really to me is somebody who is coming into balance with their head and their heart. A lot of us have lived purely out of logic. Again, because if you don't live out of logic, you're not being practical, you're delusional, you're this, you're that. There's so many names to keep people in a box that will shame you back into that box, right? And I feel like this person is coming out of that box. What a weird message. I'm sorry, you guys. I got a lot of weird. No wonder. I felt called to do it. It's not your turn, by the way, Cancer, but I felt called to do a Cancerian reading. And I see why. There's a lot of stuff coming through for you. But the reality is this person is going through that, and they're going to offer this. I feel like they are kind of at the end of a battle of maybe with themselves on, you know what, this is my life. I'm here to live it for me. Nobody else is going to, everybody wants to give everybody's opinion on how people should live their lives. And then when I listen, are they going to come live that life for me? Are they going to come help me when that doesn't work out? No. So it's about listen to your inner voice, and they're learning to do that too. Wow, I'm sorry that we're off of you now, but do listen to and trust your inner voice, because that is the only person, you are the only person being downloaded information about your particular life, your exact life. And that isn't going to usually, especially as a Cancerian, not going to line up with practicality a lot of the time. Always make sure you're safe and you're not harming yourself or anyone else. And within, stay within reason-ish, but also you don't need to be practical. You think, however, if you want to be practical, if you are a practical person, amen. Be a practical person. But I'm just saying, no longer hide yourself, whoever you are. It's about time that, we allow ourselves to be who we are. And your person is coming into that same place. I feel like they're done listening to everyone else, and they're starting to listen to their inner voice, which is their spirit, which is their heart, also known as their heart. And again, I feel like because of that, they are now ready to offer you this 10 of Cups, this happily ever after, this family life, regardless if you're going to have children or not. Maybe you're going to have puppies. Maybe you're going to have house spiders. Whatever it is you guys end up having, I feel like you guys are going to create together, okay? And I feel like this person has come into, after balancing out their head and their heart, this space of authenticity. I love the Queen of Pentacles. She is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. She means resourcefulness for righteous reasons. She means that when you are living in your own truth, in your own authentic skin, following your own path and nobody else's, your resources are endless, and they're provided to you by the divine. And that's your person, male or female, obviously. Woo, I'm loving this energy. You got the 7 of Pentacles, the Justice card. I do feel like I saw the Justice card in there. If I didn't, I felt the Justice card in there. So there is just justice coming for you all. And I feel like there's been lack of justice. I really feel like you've put a lot into your lives, to yourselves, to self-love, businesses, jobs. You've worked really hard, but with very little recognition. And I feel like recognition is coming. And I feel like that is a huge test. And for whatever reason, I feel like Cancerians, because we're a little, believe it or not, as impatient as we can be in this particular area, in this faith area, we can be the most patient sign in the entire bunch. And it is about, the Creator will push us farther and farther than any other sign, as far as waiting for our results to whatever we've put our heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into. But when we get paid, okay, like when the payouts come in, they come in like when Noah built the ark, okay? Like when the rain came, that shit came, okay? And I do feel like it's time, it's make it rain on them. I'll put that in the description box below. That just is coming through. Make it rain on them. So it's about to rain on y'all in every single area of your life. And of course, I'm not telling every single one of you that you're going to be filthy rich. I never want to be misleading. The truth is, I am feeling that for most of you, whoever I'm reading for, all the payouts are coming. Justice is coming. Justice is going to be served because you've diligently followed your own spirit, your own intuition. It's leading you to the connections. You've cut off connections. In the regular Rider-Waite, this is a new, I love the Queen of Swords, always have. I always say she's falls for nothing because she knows what she stands for, so she falls for nothing. But another thing that I have just recently come up with is that she has her hand out in order to receive in the regular Rider-Waite, but also to release. She knows she needs to release what's not for her any longer, and that is going to be vital in a Cancerian journey, is really releasing things that are actually holding you down, weighing you down, holding you back, keeping you doubting yourself. It's imperative that you release any people, places, or things, as the jobs included, whatever it is, that is holding you back from who you are, your power, your truth. And that's where you're at. I mean, that's period, point blank. That's the outcome of this energy. It's about, that's why this connection is going to come in, and it's going to be the most equal give and take connection, the fairest connection you've ever been a part of. It really could be leading to marriage. I'm sure it is. The justice is a contract, and I feel like that could mean marriage in the outcome of a connection as well. I feel like you guys are already psychically connected. I feel like you've been feeling this coming, and it's coming, okay? Springtime, early summer, that's what I'm getting. Of course, you know, don't take anything as exact in a tarot card reading, okay? This is just the energy that's available to you, and I just feel like there's going to be this feeling of, if you've been feeling in a heavy, dark space, that is lifting, and all of your payouts are coming, okay? All of the justice is going to be served, for real. So, releasing all things that... I had so much to say there that I feel like I left half of it out. Releasing all things that are not conducive to your best life. And it's not always easy, but I promise you, every time I've done it, I've dreaded it, right? Like, I know that this connection is weighing me down. I know that I'm pouring too much into this person that they're not ever being helped. Let's just talk about a friendship that I had. I'm going to tell you the whole story, actually. I took her in, I took her child in, and she ended up stealing my vehicle, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, but I poured so much into this, and I knew there was so many red flags that she's just not growing. Nothing's happening. I'm pouring into a bottomless cup with her. My love is going through this bottomless cup, and she's not retaining any of it. And then she ended up stealing my $40,000 Jeep Cherokee, okay? So yeah, this is about, I promise you, your red flags are always right. It's okay to release people, places, and things that are holding you down, weighing you down. We love to help people, but you cannot help people that aren't helpable, okay? That aren't ready to help themselves. And maybe eventually they will be, but you need to learn to listen to the red flags. Forgiveness, and also forgive them. I do forgive her. I love her. Forgiveness, you are able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Yes, and so there it is too. Another, just because we were just talking about it, an example of, how painful to be in a space where that felt okay to do, to steal a vehicle from a friend, and even if she didn't think of me as a friend, somebody who took her and her child in, how down of a space do you have to be in? How desperate of a space do you have to be in? So then I always put myself in the shoes. I can't keep that person in my life, obviously, right? I can't keep trying to help her, but I can be compassionate. I can understand what what torment, mental anguish she's in, and forgive her and love her from afar, right? All right, so we've got keep an open mind. I've been getting this one a lot, and it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, and that really is because when you're dealing with a soulmate or, the twin flame, whatever kind of connection you are a part of, it is by the spirit. It's not about, we can feel egotistical attraction to people very easily. Something can spark our ego and it can attract us. But when you are attracted by the spirit, who cares what they look like? It doesn't, again, you'll be physically attracted to them when you're attracted to their spirit, when this is a soulmate. In fact, you'll be more physically attracted to them than you ever were somebody that was just on an outside, superficial surface level. So keep an open mind. They may differ from what you're used to, but I promise you it'll be the best kind of love that you'll ever be a part of. I do feel like springtime, babies. I feel like some love is coming. Some love is in the air. That's all I could feel when I was getting in your energy, is that there's renewal of love and new love coming in for all of you. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Mwah.